How's it going, everybody? This is Nick. Oh my god, it's me! I'm here today with a Magic the Gathering Play Booster opening for Final Fantasy. Been waiting a good month for this. One of the highest selling packs ever, according to Wizards of the Coast, excuse me. Yeah, super excited to get into this. I've definitely got some opinions on this set. For one, if you're looking to make money off of this set, it should be always iterated. Do not buy booster packs if that's what you're looking for. This is not a business investment. You can easily lose hundreds of dollars if you buy booster packs, depending on how many you buy. Also, I will say that this set in particular is prohibitively expensive. I'm not sponsored by Wizards of the Coast, Magic the Gathering, so I can say that opinion and say it pretty confidently. I'm mostly a Yu-Gi-Oh guy. I've never really opened Wizards of the Coast product before, but this set is aimed at people like me who grew up playing Final Fantasy. I played all the mainline games, save for a couple, and yeah, this pack is literally designed to, in my opinion, it's a little predatory towards people who played the game. MSRP, you're going to pay around $160, $180 to get a box of this, whereas for your typical box, from what I understand, it's between $120, $130, but I could be wrong on that, but it's around that price. Yu-Gi-Oh! I'd probably pay around somewhere in the realm of $70 to $90, depending on the set, and you would get less packs, admittedly. I think you get 8 less packs in a Yu-Gi-Oh! But this is for 160 to 180, 24 packs, and the rarities aren't there. Also, my concern with this set is that the singles are just going to be sky high for a good long time because it's so prohibitively expensive. Most average people are not going to be going out and buying, say, a collector booster of this because it's almost $800 at this point. I think some places maybe even higher. So that's a criticism I have of this set. It is a beautiful set, though. I've seen a lot of the cards in it already, and they did a really good job. I hate saying that with how expensive they are, but they did do a really good job. I do think singles will go down over time. The chase rares definitely are going to stay expensive probably forever, but if you want to get into this set, there are some cards that will redeem your purchase. However, they're only going to redeem your purchase because the set is so expensive. So having said that, yeah, I just want to rip on in here. So I've never opened a set of Magic the Gathering before. I have ripped apart Yu-Gi-Oh! So I'm not gonna, the first pack at least, I'm gonna be counting how many cards are in the pack to be able to put the rare cards in the back. And I know a few of the rare cards out of here. I don't know all of them. So if I do get something that I do know is a little bit of value, I'll be pointing it out, full arts, etc. But yeah, I'm gonna be opening my first pack as God intended, if you will. Just straight up, every card in order. All right, let's get going. All right, so I already got a nice little token. Nothing too fantastic, perfect. So first deck. Got our first Sid there. Sid is that? Final Fantasy 12 Sid, the Doctor. I just started playing the game on the channel, which you watch the same if you watch. Locke, one of my favorite characters in the Final Fantasy series, Final Fantasy VI. Guys found Balsar. A little Final Fantasy 14 action in a hollow land. From what I understand, hollow lands are not particularly desirable, but I mean, they look cool. You know, you're building out your deck. You want even your most basic cards to look fancy. So far, I gotta say, I really like how they include the tokens in this game. That is something that Yu-Gi-Oh! Definitely lacks. You can get tokens in Yu-Gi-Oh!, but they usually give them only away in, like, promo products, so I do appreciate that from Wizards. Okay, bonfire start floor. This is another thing I really like. They do, just these basic art scans. They're not actual cards, but, you know, some you can, like, keep in your binder. Makes you feel good about yourself. Ooh, my bro. And then one more thing I'll say is that I do appreciate that they put every single card in common. They need to do that in Yu-Gi-Oh! As well. That is the reason why cards are so damn expensive in that game. That's cool. Gorgeous. That's a cool card. Yes, Citrus. I'm a song. What is that before? I want to see all the guys with. Especially my girl Shiva. If I have to add a waifu, it's going to be Shiva. And this is a card I really wanted to pull. Kefka Court Mage. Everyone loves Kefka. From what I understand, this card is not the best in Standard. It's only really played in Commander, but just to have it, love it. Once again, they are getting me with this set. I am not saying I am not a sucker for having bought this set, but they did it well, and it's really cool. Suplex that train. Shadowbringers. Excellent expansion from Final Fantasy 14. Emma. Hey, it's our boy Prompto. Over to the boys. Catching a fish. I think I accidentally threw this one to the front, but I think that's the hollow for this one. Super neat. That's a really cool card. I'm glad I pulled it. Like, a lot of this stuff is literally just going to sit in the binder. I'm not even going to lie. Like, I would love to play the game, but I don't have a locals near me that really supports Magic, so. Oh, Cecil, Final Fantasy IV. I really like these full arts. Oh, Phoenix Down. Classic item from the game, revive a character. Let's see through here. Okay, cool. I guess I'm one of my favorite characters. Let me have that. Let's see it. Clav Rosfeld, Final Fantasy 16. That's alert. Sabatunder. I love all the Chocobo cards. Aerith Rescue Mission. It's Robin. We'll never reference the 15. Like, it was how we pulled the cook name in the last pack, so I think we went full place of 15. Cast. Sarah. Namazu Trader. Final Fantasy 14 classic. Look at the 50. It'll steal you for your life. Tandere, that's a cool card. This card is really flavor-wise, really effect. Alright, now let's see here. Our boy Ultros. He's just a menace in almost every game he's in. I saw it. Bahamut's Dominant, Final Fantasy 16. That is awesome. I was really hoping I get Shiva, but this is a pretty good tertiary prize, if you will. I really like that they put the Dominance as the main card for the Eidolons, because it allows them to have it's a really cool mechanic in Magic that allows you to transform into another being, and that is honestly perfect flavor-wise for what the Eidolons are in Final Fantasy 16. So this is a really neat card. Really hoping for Shiva, though. I'll take on Shiva. I'm going to roll quick here. Now you're going to Ice Magic. Look at that, Grahatia giving you a hot little pose. He knows what you want. Grahatia is also definitely a husband in Final Fantasy 14. Okay, that's a neat one. Final Fantasy 9, Princess Garnet. And when she was high out. Wandering Minstrel, Fight On. Okay, that's a cool one. Anything Final Fantasy 7, I'm sure. Ooh, I like that. And the Iron Giant, classic enemy in almost every Final Fantasy game. Just a guy with a very large sword. And now for the last pack. Capital City. Is that, yep, okay, yep. Special Land. Nothing overly crazy. But I did want to open play booster, especially. I was actually more excited to open a play booster than I was to see collectible boxes being opened, because most people are not going to spend $800 to buy a collectible booster of anything. You are not a regular person buying those types of products. You're either somebody who's already sponsored or somebody who has a significant amount of money to just throw away at these things. And, you know, I'm the everyman, you know, I'm the 50, 60,000 median average income guy who's not about to be buying one of these boxes every other day, you know. So seeing a play booster set, this gives you a lot more of a reasonable idea of what you're going to be getting. So yeah, this was a lot of fun to open. My favorite card, obviously, that Bahamut was really nice to see, and should be putting up values on here if anything's worth anything. But once again, seeing that Bahamut. But I'll quickly cycle through all the rares that I got. I knew some of the ones that were like crazy hella expensive, and I don't think I got any of those, but there's some cool cards in here. Just throw a mountain in there. And once again, the nostalgia factor is very strong. Gonna go back through, see if I got a Shiva. I don't think I did. If I didn't, I won't be overly upset. I'm probably not gonna like go out of my way to get it, but yeah. There's all the rares in the set. Yeah, once again, you know, if you're gonna be buying the set, know what you're getting. My favorite cards, though, genuinely, were these really nice full art cards. And look at that one. This one is signed, that Grahatia. That's awesome. Like, these are honestly even more incredible to me than just having the cards. The cards are cool. You can play with them, and obviously that's what people are going to be truly buying the set for in the long run. But, I mean, come on. Iconic scene from Final Fantasy X. Your boy is hungry. Kafka, that one's definitely going in a binder. This Barrett's also really cool. So yeah, these are probably my favorite cards from the set. Thank you guys for watching this opening. I appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, follow, ring the bell, etc., etc. And yeah, I'd love to do one of these again. And I hope you guys support me so I can. Thank you, appreciate you. Love you. Bye.